Hi, happy Monday, everyone. It's Meredith. I am here with our Making the Most of Mercury Retrograde reading for the 16th of May, 2022. I will share with you that I've just recorded the full moon lunar eclipse reading. I am so expanded. I have the giggles. I'm trembling on the inside just from occupying that energy frequency. So yeah, join me here. It's pretty great. All right. Yeah, we're here to make the most of Mercury retrograde. As I've been sharing with you, uh, I'd like to turn the traditional speak about Mercury retrograde on its head, because I believe it gives us a whole lot of blessing in its very interesting tangled little web. So as you know, we've just had a full moon lunar eclipse in the sign of Scorpio. It's a blood moon. It's a flower moon. Definitely take a look at the meanings. Check your, well, it's already passed, so you don't have to check your time zone for it anymore. Though I do feel that the energy of this lunar eclipse is profound and will be with us for a good long bit of so-called time. Anyway, check the reading out. It'll be linked for you at the end of this video, along with the daily reading for today as well. So to recap, we are still feeling some of the lunar eclipse energy, the full moon. The moon is moving into Sagittarius earlier in the day. You can check your time zone for that. The sun is still in Taurus. Venus and Jupiter are both in Aries, and wow. All right. We're using the Vice Versa Tarot today for the message. We're back to that again. And isn't it interesting? Our first card is the Ten of Swords, and we have an eclipse showing on this card. This happened in the eclipse reading. I think Judgment showed up in that reading, and there's an eclipse happening there too. So fascinating. That reading was also loaded with tens, and we're starting out with a 10. Fantastic. So Ten of Swords. As you know, all tens are about fulfillment, and the Ten of Swords is referred to as the fallen master. And here we can see the master looking upon his armor, his pierced armor. And what I feel is the skin he has just shed. We've seen a bit of this. We've heard a bit of this from the cards in recent readings, daily messages. I felt that we were going through some sort of spiritual molting. And here's this amazing card. Look at us on the other side of it, on the other side of the eclipse even. So flip side of this card is the fallen master in the pierced armor. The message here is that the master gets up and walks on, moves on. And so this is the way the card came out of the deck. So he is in reflection for his journey and his fulfillment of his 10 swords. His words, his actions, his deeds. And how can he go forward in this transformational time of eclipse in a way that is in harmony with his heart space? And there's a whole new horizon here on offer. That's another traditional message in the Ten of Swords. How do we move forward in our fulfillment, right? Now, interestingly enough, these three cards fell out together, the next three. And the first of those is the Seven of Coins. Gosh, I actually thought that was the 5. So the essence of that is there. And the 5 of Coins showed up again in the lunar eclipse reading. So check that message out. It might be pertinent. Anyway, 7 of Coins. This is harvest on the vine. This is the fulfillment we speak of. And my sense here is that the master can't exactly see this harvest. You know, he is looking at the shell of his prior self. I also feel that he is in appreciation and reverence for the shell of his prior self. The cards had a lot to say about contrast and perspective in the lunar eclipse reading, and I'm sensing that is overflowing into our Mercury retrograde reading for the day too. So let's continue on and see how it all goes together. We have now the Wheel of Fortune, another 10. The 10s just love us. So Wheel of Fortune is aligning with our own destiny, coming into deeper, more expansive, magnified alignment within self-relationship. And I'm picking up on the Master in witnessing himself on the 10 of Swords card now has a measure of faith that he previously did not. And he is in reverence and appreciation for that faith. Hence the 7 of Coins showing up, because that's harvest on the vine that's not quite yet ready to pick yet. The Wheel of Fortune is ever turning in our favor here. Let's see the flip side of that card. Yeah, I feel like that's the Master on the 10. The soulful presence of our own mastery, kind of saluting ourselves to, I can trust this journey. I feel so much faith for my own self, trust for my own self in self-sovereignty, that even though this harvest is a promise and is not yet ready, I have total and complete faith that I will be fulfilled by it in the oncoming, so I can freely celebrate what's here and what's now. This is a transformative energy for us, and it's on offer to us within the day. So let's take a look at some contrast in our world where we have had perhaps some doubt, some fear, some lack of faith from our own programming, and embrace that fully with a fresh attitude. That's what I feel these cards are bringing us. And when we, in Mercury retrograde, allow ourselves the gift of hindsight, we will see how we have always landed on our feet, no matter what the circumstances. The high highs, the low lows, and everything in between, we've always come out better for it, collectively speaking. And it's being demonstrated for us in these 3 cards right here. Next, we have the Strength card. Gorgeous. Look at the sun in this card. That's love, bliss, and joy right there. Happiness overflowing for us in our own inner strength. See, again, this is something that the Master has faith for, because the spiritual Master has faith for, because his armor has been pierced many times over, and he's still standing. He's still able to take a look at his prior experiences and make the most of it. 7 of Coins here, Wheel of Fortune, aligning with our destiny. And also keep in mind that the Wheel of Fortune is the divine delivery system. And the divine delivery system is bringing the fulfillment of harvest and keeping us connected to our inner strength. This is also a message, Strength card, of honoring our true and authentic nature, not watering ourselves down, being courageous enough to live right through from heart space on our foundation, not taming our wild side. Excellent. And then we have, yeah, the Ace of Wands. Perfect, perfect card. This is living passionately, and this is a divine and cosmic gift, a blessing from the universe of creativity, passion for our life, direction for how we are inspired. So this is our enthusiasm and our joy lit up by the divine all. And on the flip side of this card, we have ignition over here. And I feel like we are just pulling right out of the ethers all that we require to bring our inspiration to life on our foundation. And there's the connection to the Wheel of Fortune. By living from heart space, by living courageously and in an untamed way, we are delivering to our own foundation the manifestation of what's on our horizon and how we view it and how we would like to bring it to life. Next 2 cards came out together. We have the Star card and we have the Knight of Cups. And we're seeing the flip sides of these cards. So Isn't it interesting to see the view from the character on the star card as she steps into the river of life to create, to pull water into those vessels and create a whole new world? So what is she staring at but her own divine masculine reflection? This is yet another message that showed up for us in the lunar eclipse reading in the Two of Cups. So this is harmony. This is going within, meeting ourselves in self-relationship and creating. And look at the motion of the stars here too. Everything has great momentum at this time for us to bring it to life. Then we have the Knight of Cups, and you know, he's traveling on. You know, we're moving forward. We're taking action in our divine masculine energy for what we are in creation for, harmoniously with our lit up, courageous Ace of Wands fire. If you pay attention to the artwork of these cards, this is exactly how the fallen master on the Ten of Swords gets up and goes forward. So he pauses for reflection and appreciation of his journey thus far, without any evidence whatsoever, or only partial evidence, let's say that, partial evidence for the oncoming fulfillment that will be delivered, Wheel of Fortune, to his foundation. So he's going to go forward courageously, in heart space, passionately, off the Ace of Wands, right? Lit up to create in harmony, within self-relationship, and walk on, Knight of Cups, into the great unknown, fulfilling, becoming, oncoming. Beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's take a look at the flip side of these two cards, because we did not do that. You see our traditional star card and our traditional Knight of Cups carrying the Ace of Cups. And this is why we've gone to the river, to fill that cup, right? To move forward in love, bliss, joy, and happiness. So what a beautiful day to be doing just that kind of spiritual journey work. I hope you're enjoying the heck out of your Mercury retrograde. Peace, love, joy, blessings to each and every one of you. Check the videos linked for you at the end here. Namaste.